and as the first episode back showed, the town seems to be doing well, the kids as well. Now the delegation from the Beast People is underway. Of course, what better way in getting a point across, not through words, but through the use of your fists. And I'm guessing the Beast People are going to be like, yep, fair enough, that was a fun fight. And they will be allies for many moons to come. But of course, things wouldn't be interesting if there wasn't a little bit of conflict. So, what is on the horizon? Who is out there, other than the other demon lords? We're going to have to find out. But as well as everything else that's going on, when's Rimuru picking up his new set of skills? Let's find out. You know, one way to approach is showing off your wealth in gold and gilded carriages. Others just let them be pulled by tigers. I can't remember, did the previous fight have such hearty sound effects? And hopefully it's not every time that they need to have some sort of talk, they need to get into a wrestling match beforehand. It will definitely make trading take longer. But from watching the first season, I'm kind of hoping there is the same kind of storyline as the crap, I've forgotten a name, like Shizu, where it's kind of heartbreaking, but it's at odds with the usual fantasy power stories. And also showing off that the humans are now much more kind of intrinsically linked to the Tempest Federation. Are they going to have a bigger role in the story? Just straight up hand-to-hand combat. Were they trained in martial arts or anything? I know the old guy was doing sword training or whatnot. Think about the forest. Too late. She's gone into a bit of a frenzy. I do like the sound effects of that magic bullet thing. Sounds like you're at the cinema. He found it expedient enough to come down from the trees. I guess their fight is over. But is she still slightly annoyed that the fight was stopped? Well, I'm glad everything was sorted so easily. that they've been tested, they are, what, friends in might. You might be told to stop, but actually doing it. And did no one notice that this was going on the side while they were all happily celebrating? Just have to do it yourself, right? He said it's fine. Plus, being able to take in that amount of power and energy, I wonder if he can just shoot it out later. Yep. Could anyone else here do that? Completely undermine the power that she had just saved up. She's a bit relieved there, but not only a physical, well, powerhouse, but also good enough to set up their own region with trade and allies. Not bad for a little blue blob who started in a cave. First time. The way that he kind of hesitated eating that, it was like, is the first time he's had sashimi? Just a barrel. Hopefully they're paying for it. Oh, okay. Beast transformation. Well, and those that ply with barrels of alcohol, apparently. That can't be all of it. Do they have kind of a backup plan in case they get some more visitors? Wine. Well, the dwarves are going to be happy. I just changed. They're so easy to read, aren't they? The thing is, if they could go through the entire backlog of alcohol that they have, what makes them think that trading some of it is going to last all that long? Why did that deer scare go in that exact moment? I'm so resonating. Congratulations, you're now in charge. He's had a promotion. And if it's from... The Tempest Federation. Good old Kirby. Feel like we've known him for ages. God damn it. Just delegate some of your shit to other people and escape. Simple, but I like it. With a few barrels on the back. Rather than keep things, say, like a Tempest Federation trade secret, we're actually expanding the knowledge of the region. It's a mixture of present technology and magic crystals. To be able to... They don't really need to know that. But to be able to take grand magic and the likes and to apply it for anyone, you can probably find other uses for it than just like heating taps and... his plans have been stopped. You should have escaped earlier. Actually, no, he'd probably just be made to train in a bath towel. He said he'd drop by. Pay attention. Hopefully they don't bite off more than they can chew, though, as these mighty adventurers. Putting in the effort, though. This Beastmaster actually does shit rather than some of the others we've met. So you can see how the... It's nice that he cares so much to get worked up. Maybe he needs to step outside because it's distracting me from what's actually going on. So they are a farming nation. And I saw her sitting at the table, but I want to see more of... I can't remember her name, like Gabaru's sister. Compose yourself, man. Did you always make that sound effect? I mean, sure, as long as you keep the other one away. Oh, we might need a few handkerchiefs to stop him crying. Then he'll trust his decision, yeah. Excuse me? You just said something in passing there that... Good? It's hard to rein in Benimaru. I'm not sure how I feel about their, like, plate armor. I forgot they kind of gave up with interesting names when he was doing it. Are they going to get any more, like, anyone that wants to kind of immigrate to their country? A man of few words. Or you got to make a statement. If you just turn up by yourself. And though he, as you said, could easily have done it in a better way, letting people know that you are out there. I think it's fitting background music for this. So, just to spare the place from being destroyed. Okay, he didn't act fast enough. I feel like she has some strange dependencies on Rimuru. Ah. Did the orcs clear it up and rebuild quite fast? Yeah, doing well. Proper paved roads. It's good whenever we see Ranga as just acting more like a domesticated dog. So they started out and working back. Ah, you did well. Have some brandy. Oh, beer. You got to finish your work first. After a hard day's work, sit back with a barrel of beer. They've got eyes on them from people waiting in line. And after being exiled, actually having to, getting to meet some of their old acquaintances again. Here. Did he only see you in the slime form, though? Yeah. Huh? Huh? Dun, dun, dun. Do you think he is a bit embarrassed that he didn't recognise someone he'd never seen in that way before? Are they going to visit the elf, like, cafe thing? I think they need some more lights. This place looks slightly dingy in certain angles. The last time that they were here wasn't on the best of terms. Still worked out well for them. He looks scary, but he's quite a fair king. I know that voice. Especially in a world like this when there's not really great communication across vast distances. Those recording, like, crystal balls. It would make watching stuff on them kind of difficult, though. I understand that face. Anyone that whispers your name like that. But Rimuru is in for a tough time, not because of enemies that he faces, or internal struggles, or other nations even, but the damage caused by the rampages of Milim and Shion when they're upset. He really needs to keep his friends and retainers in check. What has Milim been up to? I know Rimuru's been doing a lot of stuff for his... It's not a village anymore, but it's strange that she's been somewhat absent from her best friend. But if the Dwarf Kingdom has the Pegasus Knights, is the Tempest Federation going to get some winged cavalry? And while to some it may seem as though there's not really a lot going on, being reintroduced to different nations of the world, past acquaintances and friends, and setting up business trades and allies for the future. It's very useful. If we skipped it, we'd be like, hang on. Oh, I guess they're just helping everyone out now. And the views that we had of certain characters in this, where They're so trustworthy. You can give them any task and they will succeed. Yeah, it's been slowly eroded. Their true personalities have been shining through. And I can't quite remember how gluttony works. But does Veldora now have that big energy ball to play with? And that's something that has been set up right at the beginning. I don't think we're much closer to unbreaking any of the seals to release them. And after a hard day's work, why not sit back and relax with, in this case, a couple of barrels of brandy? But we know the Demon Lord Carrion can't be all bad. I mean, after all, he has a Lamia in charge. And if you don't know why that's a good thing, maybe you should go check out some of my previous videos. But if you did understand, maybe you could leave a comment down below and why you enjoyed this episode. And of course, if you want to make sure not to miss out on future slime videos or anything else, consider subscribing. It's free of charge. It gets you more videos and it gets me something. I'm not actually sure what. A bigger number. But for now, take care of yourselves or you'll end up just like Kirby. That poor dog. See you in the next one. If you want to keep me plied with it's definitely just apple juice, no seriously this is not whiskey, consider joining on to my Patreon. Because then you can be with Sal, Electricant, Arthea, Noku, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Matt, Rasmus Paulson, Girly, Darkshadow7899, Raywin and everyone else. If I'm honest, it hasn't been a fight to get where I am now, but it's definitely not been a laid back experience with a barrel or two.